Hi, I'm Jordan North, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to spy on your neighbours. From space.
Do you understand that? Serious crap!
Maybe not. So in this video, I'm actually just building an antenna to pick up images from weather satellites that fly overhead. And obviously, I stole this idea completely from other YouTubers with much more talent than me. I'll put them in a playlist down below or something in the description. In fairness, as all my ideas start, I just thought it'd be cool to try out, so I did. So I started by getting everything I needed to build the actual antenna itself, which included galvanized wire, coax cable, some connectors, I think they're SMA connectors, a boom pole, which I just had lying around, obviously for film stuff, but it was really good for getting the height I needed, but I'm sure you could just use like a painter's pole or something like that. And then the brains of the whole thing, the NOAA SDR Smart. Yeah, SDR for the thingy.
That's it, mister. You just lost your brain privileges.
Don't ask me why I bought this one specifically, because I bought it over a year ago and I don't even remember last week, let alone that far back. I think it was just one of the cheapest ones I could find that worked and had some decent-ish reviews on YouTube. So next I whipped up some parts in Fusion 360 to 3D print, and then I just built the thing. And once I'd let it cool out of the oven, I went to test it and nothing happened. I spent absolutely hours trying to figure out what was wrong, and before you say anything, I know I am one of the biggest smooth brain apes on the planet.
Okay, let me think.
What's going on? I think he's using his brain. He's not gonna make it! No, Darwin, he has to do this.
And once I actually used more than one neuron to figure out what was wrong, I realised they were two female connectors, so of course they weren't going to talk to each other. So rather than just waiting a couple days for a replacement connector to arrive, and once the DIY-induced depression had worn off, I did a bit of the old surgery on the connectors, and wouldn't you know, they just worked.
It works. It just works.
I mean, they didn't work very well, but going from nothing to a wavy pixelated image of the Earth is quite cool. So after a couple of tests, I decided to mount it to the outside of the house so that I didn't have to freeze my fingers off every single time I wanted to try the thing out. It actually worked really well because it stopped the antenna wobbling in the wind, which made the images come through really nice and sharp and just crisper, to be honest. So as it was going so well, I decided to try and take it out to a very open, high up area, which again, as in the last video, was out in the Ashdown Forest. And it was going okay, other than some death glares from some sheep. And it was just a bit too windy. After I'd set all of that up, the antenna was basically just waving with the wind because it was just really gusty. And I don't know what I expected, seeing as I live in the UK and it was on one of the highest areas in my region. So yeah, kind of a given, to be honest. And to be honest, it worked better here anyway, because I live in a kind of bowl-shaped area, so the wind sort of just breezes over the top. But I've got enough open area around me so that I've got a decent view of the satellites as they go overhead. So yeah, still nowhere near perfect, but to be honest, I'd already got distracted by this point, and that's probably where this antenna is going to end up stopping, because I don't really have time to carry on improving it and tinkering it and changing wires and stuff. It was just a bit of fun. That being said, if you do have any suggestions about what you think I could do to easily improve it or try it out again and get better results really, well, not easily, but quicker, just give me a shout in the comments and I might try again, and I'll chuck a link to it in the description if I do make any changes, but it'll probably just be on a YouTube short rather than a whole full fat video. But for now, this thing has been banished to the attic as I have no room for it because it is fairly big when it's fully assembled.
Future Dad, are you coming?
In a minute, future son. I'm just grabbing something from the attic. Oh. Oh, there you are.
on.